What does the Torah say about smoking weed, edibles, eating brownies? Is it permissible or is it prohibited? I'm going to share something with you that I wrote 10 years ago that I've never publicly shared in any way, which will address this issue. Ramosha Feinstein Zatzal, in his Shilos and Shuvas Igros motion, Yora Chela Gimel, Siman Lamed Hay says, talks about that these kids, these Bachrim in the yeshiva, these young boys in the yeshiva that they're smoking. He says, pashut shehu davar aser mikami ikari. It's obvious that it's prohibited for the following 8 reasons. Number one, it's mekalkel umachle es aguf. It ruins the body. It destroys the body. And even if you could find people who end up being healthy when they do it, it would still be a problem. That is reason one by Rabbi Feinstein says it'll be a problem. Reason number two is that it messes up the mind intellectually. It will cause a person to be unable to properly focus and understand. That is reason number two. Reason number three is that they won't be able to learn properly and daven properly, pray properly, and perform other mitzvahs. And he says something interesting, just doing an act without having the proper mindset is considered as if you didn't even do the act. Reason number four, this could cause a taiva gedoyla, goyrim taiva gedoyla, shehu yoiser metaiva sachilu v'kedoyma hasrichim la'odem l'chayoso. This could cause a tremendous desire and urge for eating. In English, it's called the munchies, which is a problem. Some people can't control those taivas, similar to the wayward child, the ben sayer meyer. That this desire is going to be too big. Even if the food's kosher, it's still going to be a problem to invite such desires in. Therefore, that would be reason number four. Reason number five, you'll end up becoming a thief. Stuff's expensive, it isn't for free. You might not have the money. You're going to end up doing things that you shouldn't be doing to get it, as it says in the Gemara in Sanhedrin on Samach Chesed Beis. Reason number six, it's against honoring your parents. Your parents probably don't want you doing that. Reason number seven, Kedoshim to you. The pasuk says, "You shall be holy," as explained by the Ramban in the beginning of Parshas Kedoshim. This is going against that. Reason number eight, this causes many other prohibitions, which he doesn't list, but it causes many others. So he says at the conclusion, "So davar hu pashut ubarur it's obvious shehu miisudim chamudim." This is among the serious transgressions, and therefore a person needs to strive with all of his ability to remove this impurity. Those are the 8 reasons why Reb Moshe Feinstein says that it is prohibited. In the Sefer Kobetz Gilyonos Mireyach Nichoyach, in the year Tafshin Ayin, on pages 94 to 96, they quote Rabbi Yosef Chaim Avu Chaseda, who discusses this question and just drugs in general. And he says like this, Yesh bo ruach tumah, there's an impure spirit with these drugs. That's reason 9. Reason number 10 is this could cause, whether purposely or accidentally, this could cause someone to be involved with illicit relations. And that is a major issue. Reason number 11, this is similar to idolatry. This is similar to the idolatry of the Baal Pur, which they would excrete in front of an idol. That was the form of their idolatry. So this causes an evil inclination of just an ownerless type of attitude. Reason number 12, it could cause a tremendous laziness, which is a problem. Atzlus. He's not going to be able to perform mitzvahs properly because of that laziness, and many other things as well would result from that negatively. Reason number 13, it could lead to tremendous arrogance and kfira, person rebelling from what the rabbis say. So those are 13 reasons. The obvious question is, what's the difference between why alcohol would, technically speaking, be permissible? It is permissible, whereas the marijuana, we just said, the weed, for 13 reasons is prohibited. So according to my humble opinion, some of the reasons only apply by the marijuana, but not by the alcohol. For example, reason 7, that you shall be holy. That could very well exclusively only apply to the marijuana. Reasons number 9 and 10. There's that impure spirit, or it could cause illicit relations. That perhaps could only be caused by the marijuana, not the alcohol. You have to look into that though. The reason number 11 that we said, the idolatry reason, that's only to the drugs. The laziness reason, that's also only to the drugs. And to lead to arrogance, that could be only also with the drugs. Just want to say a point that the Sifsei Chaim in his Midas V'Avodas Hashem Chelik Aleph on Daf on page Yud Zayin says, talks about what's this idea that people, they want to smoke, they want to go to the movies, they want to do this, that. He says they're all under the same umbrella. Smoking, drinking, going to the movies, all these things. A person is trying to get out of the reality and enter into a reality which isn't his life, an imagination. They're all just imaginations. That's what it is. They're dangerous many times, but it's just imaginatory. It's all in the imagination. The Gemara in Pesachim on Kuf Yud Gimel Amud Aleph relates Amar le Rabbi Chia Brio, Rabbi Amar le Rav, excuse me, Lechia Brei. Rav told Chia his son, like Tishti Same. He said, don't drink the drugs, don't be involved with the drugs. And the Rashbam explains that this could cause bad things and it could cause you to lose money. And even for medicinal purposes, if possible, don't go with the drug route, is what he says. In the will that my father, alav shalom, a blessed memory, left me, he wrote a note, and it was written down, and he says, and I quote, run away from tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. That's what he says. He says, believe me, I publish books written for people trying to quit, and I just spent 2 weeks on the cardiac ward at Columbia. It's easy to become addicted and a substance abuser, and so hard to break the addiction. An addiction is an easy way to ruin one's life. That's what he said. And it's so true. How true is that? It's a terrible way you could just ruin your life. So, therefore, think twice about this. The addiction is a tremendous problem also. That's something else. There's so many issues with it. So stay away from it. You're not fulfilling your obligation of Adalo Yalda, that you don't know the difference between Haman and Mordechai when you smoke this on Purim, because the whole thing's prohibited. If it's prohibited, then it's a mitzvah haba ba'aver. It's a mitzvah that comes through sinning, in which case you wouldn't fulfill the mitzvah at all. So stay away from it. Doesn't matter if it's decriminalized, if it's legal. It's a segue drug. In and of itself, it's a problem. The weed, stay away from it. Everyone should have a wonderful day.